Hi guys, hi Sag, welcome back. This is the mid-month reading for November 2020. Don't forget to like the video, give the video a quick like, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel. So this is about you and your person. But first we're going to start with the Oracle energy. Actually, first I'm going to drink my water. All right, and then we're going to move to the Oracle energy. All right, so let's have a look. The mid part of November, you and your person, what do the oracle messages or the oracle cards have to say to you, Sag, or have to say about your situation? So the underlying energy is to definitely choose love and choose the love for yourself. First card we have here is simple acts of kindness. Sometimes the simplest act of kindness for yourself is just to literally choose yourself, and even if it's, someone that you really love and you really care for and they mean a lot to you, sometimes you have to choose yourself, your safety. I'm hearing your hospitality, your joy over that, Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So it's seriously so important to be kind to yourself, because it literally is what energizes you. If you're not kind to yourself, you'd have nothing to give. And so I feel like there could be some situation in your love life that is very depleting, that you may need to cut ties with, that you probably have already cut ties with in some way, shape, or form, because that is the greatest act of kindness. It is kinder than you could ever think that it is, to cut off a connection with a certain person or communication with certain people. They don't have to be the person you're dealing with. We haven't pulled the rest of the card. So the next card we have here is turn on your heart. Okay, and the message underneath there is reflect on a time when you experience love. So remember to stay in a vibration of love, Sagittarius. Just because things are going not the best way in your love life or not the way that you want it to go, doesn't mean it's not going to go that way. Sometimes you always have the love around you, and most times you just don't see it, especially when we're in a bad place or we're kind of negative and we're feeling down. We're just not seeing that the love that we need is around us. You know what I mean? Like, it's only in hindsight, but if you could live in hindsight, but in hindsight in the present moment, there's no limit to the amount of happiness that you can experience. And Spirit's saying that you can do that through just turning on your heart and reflecting on a time when you were loved, or reflecting on a past experience in which there was a lot of love between you and this person, or just you and just love in general. Next card we have here is speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So speak to yourself lovingly, but I'm also hearing speak to your person lovingly. I'm not sure exactly what's going on in November quite yet. I haven't pulled the rest of the cards, but it really seems like you get through a situation better, easier, faster when you learn to speak with compassion to others, or speak the language of love in the sense of loving yourself. I feel like a lot of you Sagittariuses, maybe you feel like speaking a language of love is one way, but sometimes speaking the language of love is honestly just telling the truth. Number 20, the truth. Sometimes speaking the language of love is just telling the truth, and the truth about a situation, the truth about how you feel. And sometimes the truth about how you feel is that you need to cut ties, or you need to conclude a cycle, or you need to, put the past behind you. Okay, because you can't really give love if you're not loving yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys may think that you give love when you are, you withhold from yourself to give to someone else, but you don't realize that you're not actually giving love. Like, you're really just like not really loving this person, because you're lying to this person. You're not telling them how you really feel. You're not telling them that they're upsetting you. You're not telling them that you're not happy. You're not telling them that you need space, or you need time, or you need, whatever. You're not telling them that, and so how are you really speaking the language of love if you're lying? If you're not telling the truth, how are you speaking love? Love is the truth. Love is the truth, not that cookie cutter stuff, And I feel like Sag, like, I don't know what happened, but for some reason it's really coming down like this. So I don't know what happened, but I know you're gonna be all right. I know for a fact you're gonna be all right. But it's like I could feel like you're gonna be all right all I want. If you don't feel like you're gonna be all right, then you will be all right. So you really gotta check yourself and also conclude that cycle. You guys are at the end of that cycle though, Sag, thank God. So you're not gonna be dealing with those same circumstances in love anymore, because you're raising your worth and you're realizing what love really is. It's the truth. You got to tell the truth, even when it hurts. All right. Even when maybe it's not the right time. Okay, so receive with love and appreciation. So I also feel like this other person, they could be telling you stuff, and like if you're getting triggered by it, like your higher self and your spirit team are guiding you, and they're teaching you through this experience. And so learn to receive this person's truth as well, because this person's truth is healing for you. And sometimes it's healing for you. It's not always healing for you to listen to someone's truth, to believe their truth, because a lot of times people's truth are not really the truth, especially if it's really negative. It's not true. They just believe it and they're manifesting it, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be true. In fact, it's not what they want. So it's like you just need to learn to accept that sometimes some people just don't see good things that are in front of them. Sometimes some people just don't see your worth or what something is worth. And I'm not saying that they'll never see it, because I feel like a lot of you guys, this person will see it. I'm a very optimistic person, you know, I always choose love. And I feel like, for a lot of you guys, this person could see it. If love is there, sometimes you just have gripes with people and you have to take a step back, you know, and sometimes you get upset and you come back. Like, there's no relationship that you'd have that you don't fight in the relationship. You know, the only thing is if it's harping on yourself and you need to put up boundaries, then you need to put up boundaries. But I feel like, you know, you could be receiving stuff. This person could be telling you stuff, receiving information for them. And it could be like kind of like hurtful to you in some ways, but it's not meant to hurt you. Just take the message and leave everything else, because if it's hurtful, then it's not from your guides. You know, you got to sit with yourself and get honest with yourself to know the truth. Now, what's the final energy we have here? The heart of the matter. There's more going on here than meets the eye. Number 22, you got to get to the heart of the matter by going within. And so does this person, but so do you. You got to go within to understand, you know, why the situation is the way that it is, and why, because I feel like it's upsetting you, you know? And I feel like this is the perfect time for you to learn why, because it feels like this is something that has been a long time coming, and it's a lesson that you've been dying to learn, you know what I mean? And now you're finally going to learn it, and you're learning it through another person, and it's a good thing, you know? And you're going to see the light, and you're going to see how positive this all ended up actually being. Because I feel like a lot of you guys may not be in the most positive place, but most of you guys are, right? Most of you guys are pretty balanced, but maybe it's not exactly what you want it to be, but you're going to see why it is the way that it is. Everything makes sense in time. You can't get so wrapped up in the moment that, okay, it's not happening right now. Okay, so does it mean that it will never happen? No, that's not what it means. It just means it's not happening right now. It just means that you need to do something else right now. That's all. And every time you fight against it, you lower your vibe, because resistance is low vibe. All right. Love is the truth. All right. So I'm going to go ahead now and get some tarot energies for you and your person. So let's see what's going on with you in this month of November 2020. What's going on with Saggies and triumphant success, accepting something for what it is, but it's positive. Like, I feel like whatever you're accepting, it's positive for you. Okay. It really doesn't matter. Okay, they're saying this is this person. So it's whatever you're accepting is positive. And I feel like what you're accepting about this person is that this person is not ready to create. This person is denying their power, their creative power. They're sick. Okay, they could have like a STI. This could manifest physically as an STI. You'd be surprised how things manifest physically. Or it could just be manifesting in the form of not taking action, or not being able to create things, like having fertility issues, you know, or having issues with making things, you know, being pregnant with ideas, or being pregnant with and giving birth to projects and stuff like that. This person has a major block in that, because their sacral chakra energy needs healing. Okay, and that's what you're realizing. And whether they're a man or a woman, their sacral chakra energy needs healing. And that's what you're realizing. And that's why it's such a triumphant success, because it's your intuition telling you, like, hey, just this situation being the way that it is, it has nothing to do with the situation or you. The situation's still going to work out. I mean, we have sacral chakra energy, so there is an attractive pull. But the thing is, this person is not seeing their power, and they're shutting it down. They're pushing it away. And your intuition is telling you that. And the thing is I feel like in the mid-month, you're going to get clear clarity. I mean, I just looked at these kids now and they're smiling. So I know that's good news. I know you're going to like what you find out, because you're going to get clear confirmation that this person is the one blocking this connection. They're the one who is not allowing the situation. Because I feel like you have been trying and you have been planting the seeds and you have been doing the work, but this person, they just refuse to take that power back because they need that healing, you know. And it's positive because that healing is coming to them. I feel like the sacral chakra energy is going to take a little bit of time, maybe. Definitely for some of you guys, it's going to take some time, maybe 7 months. For some of you guys, 7 weeks. It doesn't matter. If it says 7 months and you squint at 7 months, then please believe it's going to be 12 months. Because if you have a problem with the timing, then you haven't learned. So never have an issue with timing. Always be like fine with it, you know, because it comes faster. Believe you me, it does. But I feel like this realization here, you know that it's going to work out, but you know that it's not you. You're doing everything that you need to do. You're trying your best. You're not in the bad place. You're not doing a bad thing. It is this person who is blocking this, and that is strength. They need to get the strength to break out of it. It's their own karmic thing. You can't step in and clear someone else's karma for them, you know, like I mean, you can, but if you do, know that you guys have similar karma, which is probably why you're even so triggered by them in the first place. So I'm not going to say that certain things are not possible. All I'm going to say is just choose your love. That's the advice from Spirit, is just to choose your happiness and choose the love of your life, or the love that you have for your life and for your experiences and for you, because it's silly to choose other people, especially this other person who is refusing to see their power, and they're rejecting their ability to manifest and pull things in. Okay. And we have balance. Sagittarius, you're extremely balanced. You're in an extremely great place. You're in an extremely phenomenal place. You're extremely patient right now, planning a lot when it comes to this connection. You've got a lot of hope. You're transcending all odds. I mean, you are stellar. I mean, last year compared to now, from last year to now, Sag, y'all have jumped leaps and bounds. I mean, come on, Sag. Come on, Sag. Let's go, baby. Yes. And it's crazy because you've elevated so much that now you're able to learn from the situations that you're in. Because I feel like sometimes you're just going to be in situations, and who really, really knows why? I mean, I've been studying this my whole life to understand why things happen. I mean, that's the reason I even started in the occult, in the occult arena, I guess you'd call it. Anyways, or I didn't even know it was an arena. I just started studying the occult when I was like really, really young, like super young. It's kind of disturbing. Like, how did I get my hands on that material? But you'd be surprised how I get my hands on material that I shouldn't have. But it turned out great for me. You know what I mean? It turned out like it was the best thing for me to follow my gut. So I like you, I can't relate to this person who is blocking their sexual energy, but I'm certain that you could relate to a person who doubts themselves and maybe has low confidence, you know, maybe doesn't believe in their own worth, because maybe at some point you had self-worth issues, you know, and it brings you clarity, it brings you balance, because now you understand that you're not the only person who ever struggled with it, and you know that if you could get out of it, so could they, you know. And so when you take that pressure off, it actually helps them and it moves it forward. I feel like this person, like, they just feel like they can't do it, you know. They have a lot of bad memories from the past, and they struggle a lot with not having money, or they struggle a lot with loss of money or loss of physical things. They have trouble letting go of things. Even when they're not working for them, they have trouble letting go of things because they're very fearful. They also have a lot of past memories from their childhood that were very difficult, that they never made peace with. All right. And they're not doing the work. Okay. The strength is to realize and accept that changes happen, right? And also that nothing is as bad as it seems, and things can always get better. You know what I mean? When you're looking at a situation, you're in the situation, it's never as bad as it seems, but it also gets so much better when you take in time. Like, the law of attraction just makes shit better, you know. And sometimes you just have to let the law of attraction handle it, you know. That's what it is. So I feel like this person, they're feeling really like, they feel like they can't do it, you know. They feel like they can't handle certain things, and and they're not seeing the potential that they have, you know? They're not seeing that they should be really happy right now. They're not raising their vibration. They're staying in a low vibe, you know? And it's like, how many signs did you miss when you were in that place? So you can't really be mad at them for missing all those signs, but at the same time, it would be frustrating if you didn't sever ties. Some of you guys may be severing ties with someone this month as well, right? But you know, this is something that you know. It's not something, oh, you're not going to be like, oh, no. You know that you already knew that you were going to sever ties with this person. But now it's just clear. And you're just realizing why you want to sever ties. It's because they're on their own journey, and you've learned the karmic lesson. The High Priestess and Justice with the Ace of Swords, or Intuition Balance, and the what's this card called? Triumphant Success. You realize that you don't even need this person. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys, whatever this is, like, you're happy about this. You're feeling victorious. This is not a situation that is walking out of your life, or that you feel like you don't have in your life right now that makes you extremely upset. It's a situation that you're letting go of because it is crossing your boundaries. Because it is, one second. All right. You're letting go of it because I didn't even help with the light. I want something to help me with my light. All right, so you're cutting it out of your life because it is, it's just like messing with your foundation, you know? And your foundation is worth so much more than this situation. You can't screw up your life helping other people. And this helped you to, tune in with your foundation, and also tune in with your boundaries. You know, this was a healing process, and you got to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? The Seven of Swords reverse. This is telling me that you got to the bottom of it. I am kind of like in my head a little bit with the Seven of Swords energy. So Spirit says, go ahead and see and pull a tarot card from a different deck to see what the Seven of Swords means, because that's deception and envy. You've gotten to the root of it, okay? And you've processed that wound. Okay. And now you're just realizing that anybody who ever sabotaged something, maybe your ex sabotaged a connection before, it had nothing to do with you. It just was that they did not see their worth. They didn't see that they were worth love, you know? And now, but the good thing is, like, you learned the lesson. You learned it. And now you can let it go. Like, and it feels like you're like, woo! You know, when you just let something go, and it's like, yes, you know? Get that off of me, you know? I hear some of you guys going, I tried my best. Like, that's what I see. I really see that. Like, you're like, I tried my best. I did everything I could have done. I did everything I could have done, you know? This person is experiencing material and spiritual prosperity, okay? And I feel like that's why, because I was thinking about the heading from earlier, and I was like, why, because remember the reading for November, the main one was about protection and that you need to have your guard up. And I feel like, Sagittarius, this person who you had in your life, I'm hearing you bless them with material prosperity, right? And all they gave, I mean, they gave other things, but it wasn't a balanced connection because they didn't really give that back to you, you know? And the Nine of Cups is like, you gave them like their wish fulfillment. And it's like when you water somebody with water and they turn around and put like lead water inside of your plant, but you put water in their plant, you know? It's not fair. So it's actually best for you to walk away from the situation. Once again, you already know what you're doing, okay? Hopefully you've already done the work. Most of you guys have. There might be a few stragglers who have somehow bumped their head and ended up on my channel. But for the most part, you've done the work and you understand and you're clear on it. And you're realizing that it is a trigger. And I'm sorry, Sag. I'm sorry that your love readings are this way, but I'm sure you know why it is. I'm sure you know why. Okay, so this is crazy. You know, this person they're really low vibe, you know, and I feel like it's not even worth like going into that situation and being with somebody so low vibrational, you know, like they need to raise their vibe. Like, you guys cannot even connect and speak on the same level because your vibe is just so much higher than theirs. They need to go within. The underlying energy is the Lovers, harmony. You're in harmony with yourself, and you're connecting with yourself, and you trust yourself. And you trust yourself enough to let go of material attachments that are not beneficial. And this person isn't there. And so when you mix too much with people like that, and you don't address your shadow as to why you keep doing that to yourself, you keep creating it. But because you're addressing your shadow now and you're going into solitude, it's actually pulling in a union within yourself. And it's all, honestly, for some of you guys, if this person is your person, then this pulling in a union with this person. If your person is somewhere else or someone else, and that is what you've chosen in your heart, it's pulling in that other person. Okay? You just got to take back the power. All right. So what do we have? We have the 7 of Cups. You are doing a lot of wondering. Okay? You are definitely wondering a lot about the potential. I'm hearing the potentialities, but also you're unrested. Okay? You're not realizing that you do need to take some time out to heal. You do need to go within. You do need to slow down a little bit and rest and lay in bed a little bit. The 4 of Swords, meditation. Spending time away from your computer and from social media will do you very good. Social media is extremely toxic. Every time I binge too much on social media, I find I become so unproductive. I'm usually a super productive person, like a machine. I'm a machine, baby. I had to sing that song. That song is so funny. But I'm like a machine. But if I'm consuming too much social media, I don't get it for weeks. You know, it's not your fault. It's like there's so many toxic things all around that are like vying for your attention. And a lot of times you're addicted to that stuff, you know? But it's like, no, you know, if it's getting in the way of what you're trying to create, then break out of that addiction. So it's showing you something that has been blocking you and your magic and your manifestation abilities and the positive things that want to come in for you. I'm not sure if you can see it now, but we have Judgment and we have the Page of Fire. So these are the reasons why your positive things are not coming in, because you're not mentally rested enough. You have too much things coming in and vying for your attention. And that's why you had Protection this month. They come in, they vie for your attention, they mooch off of your vibe, and then they don't give back. And so if you don't go within and take care of yourself, nobody takes care of you. Who takes care of you? I'm hearing, who takes care of China? You know, who takes care of you? Nobody does, because you're not even taking care of yourself, and the people around you don't take care of you in that way. So what are you doing? You're staying a vibrational match for that type of person. And so you keep doing that devilish dance. And so you do need to withdraw. You do need to withdraw from people like that. You do. At least a couple times a day. But I feel like a lot of you guys, you're going to want to permanently withdraw from those types of people. You're going to want to permanently withdraw from that. Like, people like that do not know how toxic they are. I always say it. They don't. And that's the lesson. They don't know how toxic they are. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not. They don't. It's like going around and having, a really bad disease and not realizing that you're spreading it. And they don't realize that they're spreading it. It's a disease. And you cured yourself of that illness. And then you keep getting infected with it again, because you keep going back into that situation. And this is some truth, but it's the truth. This is some truth. You got to cut contact with people like that. It's not worth it. There's so many more people in the world that are better than that kind of person. And this person is not to say that they can't change. They can. But you cannot force somebody to change. They have to decide to change on their own. That's it. So what's going on with them? The 6 of Earth reverse. So this person is completely not connected to themselves, okay? They could be losing money. They could be losing sleep. They're definitely not necessarily protecting their joy from being stolen. That joy is gone, Like, this is the kind of person that doesn't protect themselves, if you know what I'm trying to say. You could get sick from that, And they don't protect themselves. They constantly allow themselves to be overrun by other people's opinions and by society and by the world around them. They don't realize that you create from your head. You don't create from what you see around you. You create from your heart and what you envision, what you imagine. You don't create from what you see. What you see is irrelevant. It's already there. It's stupid. It's gone. It's garbage. It's done. It's done. It's already gone. All right. 8 of Swords. They're completely overwhelmed with negative beliefs, and they're completely overwhelmed with lack. the King of Fire. But even though they've got like this positive energy, and this feels spiritual, right? They've got this positive King of Wands energy in spirit that is like trying to raise their vibe. And I mean, this is all that they can get right now, because there isn't a single high vibrational person that would ever come and raise this person's vibe. There is not a single person that is better than you, or that is, you know, doing better than you. You know what I mean? Because, you know, sometimes we think that way, right? And let me just get down to that level for a little bit, but I'm coming back up because I don't believe in that shit. But let's just say there's no one who's better than you that will get with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't want nothing to do with them either. This person is extremely exhausting, and they probably get cut off by their friends and by their family a lot because they don't learn. You know, you're not the only person that's done that to them. So don't take it personal. This is a pattern since childhood. It is a pattern that they're in, and they may never get out of this pattern. Not to get you down, but they may never. But honestly, it's so smart that and I feel like it's someone that, like, you don't really care and you're ready to expand from it. Honestly, I'm just being honest. You really are ready to expand from this situation. So if you're thinking about somebody that you would never want to lose, then don't think about that person, because that's not the person I'm talking about. All right. So we have the Moon, and then we also have the Knight of Cups. This is like the Spirit's way of nudging you towards your heart's desire. So everything that's happening right now is protection for you. It's working out for you. Don't feel like, oh, this is bad for me. This is I'm hearing it's all going according to your magic, you know? So like, if you do use the law of attraction, my guides speak in code. So if you use the law of attraction and stuff, that's what they're meaning. Like, the intentions that you're setting, the things that you're journaling, the visions that you have in your head, the imagination that you've had for your future, this is all happening to get you there. And they're not going to hold you up for this person that wants to be held up. They want to be. And it's no point in being mad about it, because that's just what they've chosen. This is the mid-month. This is what they expect. They expect to lose. They expect to always be upset. They expect to not have love. They expect the lowest of the low. And you freed yourself from that. Oh, yeah. And this person may be listening a lot to a Queen of Cups, water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or they may feel like they may be listening to a lot of the hearsay that this person gives. So if there is but it's like not positive. Like, this person, they don't say positive things, right? But it's interesting because I'm not sure why this person is showing up upright. This person may not be the most positive for them, but they are definitely helping them to fulfill what they desire, because this person, they're not manifesting anything positive, but they're manifesting, you know? And so this person is just helping them manifest what they're trying to manifest, which is not positive. I don't know. There could be someone around them that's kind of like not very positive, but, you know, they're choosing to be happy with this person because whatever. But it's also like, that's your protection. And you'll see very soon, actually. They're not even saying in time, they're saying you'll see very soon the fruits of this. I mean, the Ace of Cups with the Justice energy, and the Ace of Earth, so, and the High Priestess, so, and the Lovers, and the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune, right? A lot of positive stuff coming to you as a result of closing this door. Don't even lament. Don't be upset. Don't cry. Don't worry. Baby, bye, bye, bye. Okay? Baby, bye, bye, bye. Okay? Because this situation was mad draining. And, like, you didn't lose anything. Because I feel like some of you guys are like, damn, I wasted all that time. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You learned and grew so much. You learned and grew so much because you sat there in the fire, right? And you didn't give up. And, like, you're realizing that, like, I feel like for the longest time, Sag, you would be the kind of person that will be there for people, and, like, you wouldn't give up on people, even though they give up on themselves, right? And it would be so tiring and futile. And the thing is like, what you needed to understand was that you got to take that energy for yourself, and you can't give up on yourself. And, you know, listening and keeping people around that are like that by you is not listening to yourself, and it's not protecting yourself at all either. Okay? So this is quite an interesting mid-month reading. You guys always make me You guys always teach me. I always learn so much through doing this. Like, I don't do anything I don't learn from. You know, there's no point. Life is all about learning. I always set the intention to learn every day. When I wake up, I want to learn. I love it. It's fun. It keeps me young and active, and it keeps me alive and vibrant, and it keeps me good at what I do. And I wouldn't change it for the world. So I just feel like this is one of those. And Sag is like, and I feel like Sagittarius energy, Sag loves to learn. Sag is in ninth house. That's the house of higher education. You guys love to learn in an elitist way, and you love to go to like Brown and Harvard and do the best, and you guys are the best. I mean, honestly, most Sages I knew who went to school and like who wanted to do it, they did it really good. Whenever you guys put your mind to anything, you guys blow everybody out the water. You Aquarius and Pisces and Libra and Aries, and it's other signs too when they want to, but y'all be blowing people out the water, and it's like nothing anybody ever sees. And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. And I have beef with Sag, like, and I also love Sag at the same time. There's Sages I cannot stand, I don't talk to no more. And there's Sages that I love. But all of y'all get on my nerves. You know what I mean? All of y'all know how to get under people's skin. And that's just Sag energy. Like, I love it. It's funny. Whatever. Who doesn't get under people's skin? Who cares? Wear it as a badge of honor. Oh, I pissed you off. You know what I mean? It's funny. But at the end of the day, I can't say that Sag doesn't make stuff happen. You guys pull stuff out of nothing. And it's like, if people around you want to sit there and be sad, you could be the light all you want. If they don't want to turn to face the light, you can't make them do it. You can bring the horse to the river. My dad always says, you can bring the horse to the river, but you can't make it drink out of it. Okay, you can't. And it feels like it could be a friendship for a lot of you guys. It could be a relationship. It is whatever it is that you're focused upon, Sag. Because some of you guys, this could be the person that you're with, but you are like, or an ex that's there and you're like, or a friend, and it's like you're connected with them and it's stressful, and it's like, but Sag, you know, it's not you. That's the one thing that Spirit wants you to know, and that's what Spirit keeps trying to harp on and express to you, that it's not you. It is not your fault that this is happening this way. You need to just move on, because it's not your fault. This person wants it this way, okay? They want it this way, all right? Whether they know it or not, because I feel like this person, they don't realize that they want it this way. They're just really defeated by it. They don't realize that this is what they want, you know? They want to be alone, or they want whatever situation they're in right now. You know, and it could be beneficial. You could see in the future that this was the best thing. But I also feel like it's not, because this person is just worrying all the time. They're just going to sit and worry until they protect their energy, but they don't listen. And they're very obsessive, and they have addictions that they don't want to deal with. You know, once somebody has an addiction, just take a step back. I never dealt with nobody with an addiction. I never took nobody to rehab. And I knew mad girls who, not that many, not as many girls as I knew who did other things, but I knew mad girls who had addictions to all sorts of things, and multiple things at once, guys and drugs. And I never helped any of them get off drugs, because I understood that, you know, when you're addicted to drugs, it's like, because I was that person that would be like there for them when they needed somebody to talk to. I would be there. And it was like, I didn't realize that they were addicted to like having negative thoughts, and they would come and drain me. And I would be so mad. But then after that shit ended, and it ended really abrupt, then I got on YouTube like 9 months later, and I have a business. I got a business from it. Because the thing was, I was so mad at myself. And this is why I want you to understand, like, you could think, oh, I wasted all this time. Oh, this didn't even work. Oh, you know, you don't know why that didn't happen for you. You were doing everything you needed to do. You had the best intentions. You came in with the sun, and you came in with the hermit. You came in fully aware of yourself and connected with yourself. How could you have made any mistakes? You don't make mistakes when you're in alignment. It's not possible. It's not possible. Look at the person who's not in alignment. The person who is not in alignment is the one making all of the mistakes, Sag. It's not you. It's not you. So release that burden, and you can move forward. You did everything you need to do. Go take a break. Go get paid. Go do something else, you know? You deserve better. Go be happy. And I feel like I don't need to tell you that more than once. You already know that. Ace of Swords again. You already know. I'm just going to be happy. You're not even mad, but I feel like you just need that, like, pat on the back. You need that support. Because you didn't get that from this person. They didn't support you. So I'm here to support you. It's all right. Whatever. That's what I'm here to do. It is what it is. Like, you know, we all get what we deserve because we believe we deserve it. When you believe you deserve certain things that are awful, then don't be surprised when awful things happen to you. If you believe you deserve to have all these awful things occur, you don't be surprised when they start manifesting in front of you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, sometimes you want to get out of a situation and you don't even know that that's what you want to get out of. And so you will manifest a way out and you won't even realize that, I manifested that way out. But instead you might think, I sabotaged it. But I think you're realizing why all that had to happen. And that's why it's coming into like this culmination, this ball of peace and acceptance. And but also having love. Like I don't feel you being angry. Sorry, I had to drink water. But I don't see you being angry at all. I don't I don't feel this energy of anger towards this person or towards the situation. No. I feel a little bit of disappointment, but that will pass. I feel like even as you're watching this, Sag, that disappointment is leaving you right now. Or by the time you watch this, you're like not disappointed by it anymore, but you just need to understand why it happened because you learned something. This was a teachable moment. Okay, all is well in your life. All is well. All right. All right. So, Sag, I believe that's all I have for you. Okay, I'm gonna withdraw. And I'm going to go ahead and maybe film one more reading. It's really healing to film these, and it's really nice to upload them. It's just really peaceful again to make these videos again. Before it was so stressful, but now it's super peaceful. Okay, so you guys should get your stuff today, November 3rd. So thank you so much for joining me, and I guess we'll talk for December 2020. I'll have those out probably by the mid-month. So these mid-month readings, they'll only be for a little bit. They're probably going to just move. They definitely are going to move to my Patreon. And so, you can support me on Patreon to get more readings. But I just wanted to start doing these on YouTube because why not? I feel like filming and why not? So yeah, enjoy. And I hope this helped. And my information is in the description bar down below. I so look forward to working with you and we'll talk some other time. Bye-bye.